Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everybody. I am hopping on because I want to talk to you guys today about, I want to speak to specifically to women entrepreneurs who are out there who are thinking about quitting. So that's my talk for tonight. I have 3 questions that I want you guys to ask yourself. So if you are logging in or just joining me, please go ahead and tell me who you are, where you're joining from. Okay, don't be sneaky, let me know. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay, okay? I'm going to try to monitor from my Facebook page too. Let's see what I can see on here. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Okay, guys, so as you are logging in or joining me, like I said, let me know where you are, who you are, where you're logging in from. So tonight I want to talk specifically to women who are maybe just starting a business or maybe who have been in it for a little bit and are feeling a little bit discouraged, who are feeling like they just want to give up. So I want to talk to you specifically. And for those of you who do not know me, if you are new to my page or if this is the first time you're seeing me on video, welcome to my page. My name is Sharana Patrice, and I am the go-to empowerment and lifestyle coach who helps women build the self-love, trust, and confidence they need to live a life that they think is impossible. And specifically, I like to work with women who are in the midst of deciding what they need to do outside of their corporate career, or if they need to leave that corporate career and build another business or a life that is more fulfilling to them. Okay, so I can absolutely relate to that, and so I want to be a voice, a guide for the people who feel like that's where they are. Okay, so, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a separate video, but tonight I really just wanted to focus on those people who may be feeling a little bit discouraged. So I know that, so these questions actually can apply to not only someone who is who has a business, who's kind of branching off and doing their own thing, but it can apply to you no matter where you are in your career, with your job or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Okay, so 3 things I feel like you need to ask yourself before you quit, before you give up, before you throw in the towel. Okay, so the first question is, have you exhausted all possibilities? Have you done every single thing that you need to do? Have you tried every angle? Have you tried other alternatives to make your business work, right? Or to make whatever it is that you're doing work. Okay, so a lot of times we'll see on social media other people doing things, posting things, and it looks like they're thriving and they're growing in their businesses, or whatever, their careers, and you're looking at them and you're like, yeah, my life doesn't look like that. Okay, so you can't allow what other people are doing and what you're seeing in front of you to distract and discourage you. So before you look at those things and say, okay, well, this is not for me, I'm not cut out for this, I can't do it. Before you do that, really think, have you exhausted all possibilities? Have you tried everything? Have you put 100% of yourself into it? Have you tried different systems, different ways, new ideas? Have you literally exhausted all possibilities, right? So it's sort of like with anything you do, right? Before you make a major decision to say, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, or I'm going to do this thing, you would typically assess the entire situation, right? So before you walk away, make sure you feel like you've done everything you can do, you've tried everything you can try, and it's not working out. Okay, so if you cannot say yes to that question, keep going. So if you can't say yes, I've done everything, I've tried everything, I've looked at all perspectives, I've tried alternatives, I've tried different methods, if you cannot say yes to that question, then you need to keep going. Okay, so that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, do you still feel happy? Do you feel good? Do you feel excited? Do you feel engaged and into what it is that you're doing? So whether it is, maybe you're a coach, or maybe you are a photographer, maybe you are a designer, maybe you're in the beauty industry, maybe you are, I'm just trying to think of other things that you're doing. Whatever you're doing, do you feel like you are still happy about what you're doing? Do you still feel engaged? Do you still feel a desire for that thing? Okay. And another way to ask this is, it contributes to what is your why? Like, why are you doing it? Okay. Because if you don't feel happy and you don't feel excited and you don't feel like you're, looking forward to working on your business or your life, because really this is part of creating your life. If you don't feel like that, then yes, maybe it's time to let it go. But if you still feel that desire, that happiness, that eagerness for it, you absolutely need to keep going. Okay. Now I'm talking about the deeper why, and again, the desire and that happiness, that fulfillment inside. I'm not talking about motivation. Okay, I just want to be clear. Motivation is completely different, because there are going to be days and times where you do not feel motivated at all. Okay, so motivation alone is not going to keep you going. All right, motivation will come and go. There are going to be days where you're not going to feel like, answering emails, or you're not going to feel like making a post. You're not going to feel like doing a video, or you're not going to feel like doing some of the administrative things that maybe come with your business, some of the not so fun things, right? Or just things that are necessary. A lot of these things are necessary, but they're not always fun to do. So you're not going to feel motivated to do those things, okay? So it's not about motivation. It's about that deeper eagerness, happiness, desire to want to continue to do your work, okay? If the answer is yes, you have to keep going, okay? You can't give up. All right. And then the third and final question you need to ask yourself before you quit is, does this work contribute to the legacy that I want to leave? Okay. So what is your legacy? First of all, you would ask, what is my legacy? And is what you're doing contributing to, adding to, fitting into whatever that legacy is? Okay. Because if the answer is yes, you got to keep going. All right. If the answer is no, then, you may need to reassess some things. But I feel like before you quit, before you give up, you have to ask yourself these 3 questions and really be honest with yourself about what the answers are. Because I'm going to tell you something. You may choose to be an entrepreneur and go out on your own and do this thing. And you may choose not to. You may go a different route. But regardless of what you do, no matter what you decide, you have to be clear about what your intentions are, what you're doing, and why you're doing this thing. Because I'm telling you that this is not always an easy road, okay? It doesn't always feel good, okay? It's not that it's hard, but there are challenges along the way, right? There are going to be challenges because things are new. You're constantly in a state of learning and growing, unless this is just in your blood. There's going to be a lot of things that you have to learn. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to adjust to and do. And, things are going to come your way that maybe you don't anticipate or you don't expect. And that's okay, because that's just part of the journey and part of the process. But I just want to encourage those women out there who are feeling like, they've maybe started, or maybe they want to start, but they're already feeling defeated, right? Or maybe they have, had some wins, had some successes, but, maybe now, you're coming upon a challenging time, and you're feeling like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if I can do it. I'm telling you that you can, okay? But these 3 questions will help you get back on track and help you reset, reframe your mind so that you can keep going, okay? Because this is a journey, all right? It's not something that you're just gonna wake up one day and it just comes to you. I mean, some people are built that way, right? But we're not all built that way. We're all different, okay? You can absolutely do this. You can absolutely succeed. You can absolutely create the life that you want. Whether it is, like I said, if you're in a business as a solopreneur, you know, just starting out entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about doing something, you know, within your career, it doesn't really matter. These are questions that you can still ask yourself. So if you feel like you need a little bit of help trying to figure that out, or assessing, you know, where you are, and trying to understand like where you need to be as far as, you know, maybe you're in your business and you're just not quite sure what to do, I invite you to schedule a pulse check call with me. There's no obligation. There's no, you don't have to do anything other than have a conversation. So I know a lot of times it's easier to talk through things and to just get it out there, and instead of just having it swirling in your mind and trying to figure things out on your own. A lot of times, you know, being the strong woman, we don't ask for help. We don't ask for people to, you know, give us a hand. We just want to kind of be off in our little silo doing it all on our own. And sometimes you do need to ask for help and to just get some feedback and to kind of look at things in a different perspective. All right. So if you guys are out there, all you ladies that are out there who are maybe at this point where you're not quite sure if you should stop or if you should keep going, ask yourself these 3 questions, okay? And like I said, if you cannot answer, is it yes or no? So the first question is, have you looked at all perspectives? Have you weighed all your options? Have you done everything you can do? If the answer is not yes, keep going. Okay, what was the second question? Do you still feel the eagerness, happiness, desire for this thing that you're doing or for the work that you're doing? If the answer is yes, got to keep going. All right. And then the third question was about your legacy. Does it contribute to your legacy? Does it add to your legacy? Does it, you know, bring forth your legacy as you're doing it the way that you're doing it? Okay. So those are the 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. And I promise you, you're going to have to ask yourself those questions multiple times along the way, because there are going to be moments where you're going to be like, I don't know about this. Okay. But you got to remember your why. You got to remember, you know, what's the larger picture? Why did you even start in the first place? Okay. What was the major goal that you're trying to accomplish? Okay. And you're not alone. There's so many people, there's times where I feel like I want to quit on like a weekly basis, monthly, whatever. It just depends on what's going on. But I have to constantly ask myself these questions. And you're going to have moments where you may doubt, and that's okay. But these 3 questions, I promise you, they will help you to really think through, like outside of the emotion that you may be feeling, and really think through, okay, like, why am I doing this? Does it still feel good to me? Is it adding to my legacy? All right. So those 3 things, I encourage you to ask yourself those questions. And I promise you that you're on the right track. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Don't be discouraged. Don't be defeated. It's all going to work out. Okay. And also, I wanted to say this. If for some chance some of those answers are no, or all 3 of those answers are no, it's okay to stop and reassess and decide what's next. Okay. Just because you started something, okay, doesn't mean you have to be like committed to it to the death. Okay. Sometimes you start something and it sounds like a good idea, or it may be good in the moment, but then you may have to shift and change things. Life changes, people change, and it's okay. But it doesn't mean you're going to give up on life. It doesn't mean you're going to give up on your dreams. It doesn't mean you're going to give up on living and being fulfilled. It just means that it's time to pivot. It's time to shift, and that's okay. All right. But just make sure you guys know the difference. All right. So that's my quick 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know how long I've been talking, but just going to give you that short bit of information because I just feel like there's probably people out there who need to hear that. And especially women, I just feel like like I said, we just kind of take on everything. We don't really ask for help. We're just strong and we're just doing it all. But, this is real. Like, doubt comes up, questions come up, and even the most successful people out there, I promise you, they go through moments of, the pain, of the doubt of, am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this the right track? Am I on the right, page? So there's nothing wrong with asking those questions and reassessing. All right. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. If you feel like this message resonates with you, or you think it will help somebody in your life, or you feel like somebody who needs to hear this, do me a favor and please share this with your friends, your family, tag a person you feel like this will benefit. And definitely, like I said, if you would like more information or you want to have a conversation, I invite you to schedule that call. The link will be in the caption. And also you can send me a question. You can put it in the comments here, or you can send me a DM or an email, and you can get in touch with me. All right, you guys. So you guys have a good night, and I will see you in the next video.